All right, Golf Pit fam, welcome on out. Today we're just getting started, and that's literally what we're doing, okay? We got some of our first YouTube episodes coming up with you guys, making sure we're all gonna be getting better all the time. And right now, I just got to the range. I'm just getting started. We're gonna go through what I think is such an important aspect of all of your guys' practice sessions and how to get the most out of them. I'm a little older in life, guys, 43 years old right now, got my third kid coming out. I get to the range and I'm pretty tight. Now, a lot of people think that when you get to the range, the goal is to warm up and get loose. Correct. What I like to do is I like to use some stretching to get loose, and we'll talk about why as we going into swinging of the golf club. So for me, there's a couple stretches I like to do just back from my playing days. I would just allow my body to get loose. When I'm stretching my arms like this, the tension is getting out of my arms. Guys, so many of us come up here and we're ready to play so well and hit the ball so well, and we've already got all this tension. So making sure you're loose and soft in the arms is something so important. The triceps, the lats, a very underrated part of your golf swing, right? The ability to turn and have your arms be on the right plane versus people with really big arms, big tight triceps or lats, right? You'll see this look where they get trapped underneath you. It has all to do with kind of your lats and your triceps. Next one I really love to do that I really don't feel like I can hit a golf ball unless I do. I step here and I do a little bit of lunge, all right? I'm stretching my right hip flexor right here, right in front, and now I'm gonna do some torso turns. I'm stabilizing my lower body here, and I'm creating a disassociation. Notice how my shoulders are turning and my hips are in a position they can't. So not only am I getting a stretch in my legs, right, I'm also turning, getting some disassociation work, waking my upper body up, knowing that, hey, you guys are working separately today. I'm gonna do that to both sides. Everyone's warm-up is gonna be different, but use 5 minutes before you hit golf balls to get your bodies loose and opened up, right? And then let's start in, okay? So as I get here today, grab the club, I got some choices, right? I got 14 clubs in my bag, and I could go with a short club. I always will. A lot of you guys get out there, grab the 7-iron. I don't think it's a good idea, okay? I'm gonna be looking for a wedge. Now here's the thing. I could grab my 58-degree wedge. I could grab my pitching wedge, okay? I'm gonna opt most of the time for my pitching wedge. Everybody has to know that when they get out here to warm up, the goal is not to get this pitching wedge out and make our big swing in our first swings of the day. Guys, we have got to keep it below the shoulders to start the day, okay? The golf swing and the power of it is from chest high to chest high. So when players get out there, they grab the 7-iron or they grab the pitching wedge and they make this really big swing here and here, it is really inefficient, all right? By the time you're done hitting some golf balls doing that and you get to your 7-iron is so far disconnected behind your body, we got no chance. So this not only is gonna help you hit it more solid to start the day, but it's gonna pay dividends the rest of your range session just by how you start your golf swings, okay? So I got about 5 to 10 golf balls here. I did my little stretches, my body feels good, and now I'm really making sure that I focus on one thing and one thing only, all right? With my wedge, I'm gonna make sure a little more weight stays on my left foot, and I'm gonna make sure I can turn. I wanna make a full turn of my shoulders, okay? 90 degrees, but guess what? I'm only gonna have my arms move that much as well, okay? I call it this left arm getting parallel to the ground. This is a full chest turn with your arms chest high, okay? This is where I wanna go to start my day, to begin to build some power through the golf ball and start getting loosened up. We're warmed up, we're ready to go here. My body is loose over the golf ball, boom. I just wanna make some chest high turns, and then I wanna move my hands quickly, speed them up, and I wanna notice how I finish that nice and controlled in front, okay? Again, power, efficiency in the golf swing is here to here. There's a reason you guys see professionals on TV take practice swings and they're never above their shoulder. It's because this is all just for power and an opportunity to get lost, okay? So if we can get here, we can go chest high on the way back. My hands, boom, are right in front of my chest. My chest turn, my shoulder turn is moving my hands right to this spot. And now I'm gonna feel myself really rip those through hard, and I'm gonna finish right here on the other end. Now, a lot of you will hit this shot and it will look like this at the end. All right, coach, I'm getting in here, getting ready. Chest high, notice how I turn and pause it again just to get used. The only time you'll ever see a good player finish like that with a wedge is at the US Open. with a front pin and super firm greens, okay? We do not need that club up there. That meaning that if they needed to hit it really high and really, really soft to try to access a pin, all the other great wedge players will always find the finish more appropriately length to the backswing, okay? And this is the goal of my warm-up, to warm up my hands, to get my body to turn, my arms, and to get my arms and hands to move fast. Try to go real low on this one, and that's what I try to do. I try to go lower. Oh, that was a nice one. Try to go lower and hit it further. If we look at those couple swings to start, first ones of the day are probably close to my shoulder of full swing. That one felt a little better. And for me, here's the thing. It felt like I was actually here, and it probably put me there, okay? And this is something that happens for every player I've ever seen. Take a chest high swing, okay. What? That's chest high? No way, right? It is. So I'm gonna feel now even lower. I'm gonna go short hands. I'm gonna try to take as short and slow of a backswing as possible and hit it as far as I can. Wow. I mean, a frozen rope right there, okay? So this is how I wanna warm up my body. What I don't wanna do when I'm starting is get the arms swinging and get the body turning here in front. That's gonna promote a really poor sequence. It's gonna promote heavy chunks, thins, lefts, right, everything, okay? So, moral of the story, guys, let's make sure we get you your own personal stretching, 5-minute warm-up, couple little stretches, right? Then, as you start your day, grab that pitching wedge and work on some chest high shots, right? We call it the chest high. Boom. Again, I mean, these are all in a window. I haven't hit one wider than 10 yards apart, dispersion-wise, okay? And that's how we're gonna get a lot better at this game. As we start to warm up, let's recap everything we've learned. We're gonna make sure that we find a nice stretching routine that helps us feel good. Then we're gonna get the short clubs, maybe one with a little softer leading edge than your 60 or 58. And you're gonna start working some chest high backswings. Full turn, arms directly in front of your chest. The chest, as you know from Adam and I, right, turns the hands. The spotlight of the chest stays facing the hands, and nothing could be more true than in this shot right here. From there, we're gonna really accelerate the hands, and we're gonna have that abbreviated knockdown type of finish. Everything is really living shoulder to shoulder. And guess what? When we do it all around this left leg, wow, we get some incredible consistency and some efficiency, guys. Xander Schauffele, top 10 player in the world, right? I tell all my in-person students this story. You can turn down here and down on this range, as this is the course he actually grew up playing. So when he got his PGA Tour card, his Korn Ferry Tour card, we got to see him out here practicing that whole year. And I'll never forget, I knew how good of a player he was. Our player I mentioned in some previous episodes, Bo Hostler, had an incredible amateur career, #1 ranked amateur in the world, would always go head to head with Xander. So we knew how good he was.